Good morning, guys. My name is Rudo. I'm a full-time, you get to quit your day job, trader and investor in crypto. And the big question that I'm asking myself today is the dip behind me. Are we going to move into a Santa rally? Is the alt's going to start pumping? And in that case, how am I supposed to be trading that? As I always say, this is the Trade for a Living podcast. So the idea is to look for trends and get in on the moves early enough so we can get that max gain out of the move. Okay, so let's take a brief rewind of what was said on Monday. Now, I do have to apologize, guys. I had a little bit of internet issues. So, yeah, I had a lot of download speed, zero upload speed. So I couldn't really make any videos for you guys on the live stream. But here we are today, back, and everything seems to be working fine. So, yeah. For those joining in live, as I see everybody's popping in now. Good morning, Tian. Good morning to the rest of you guys as well. Okay, so let's get into this. So in the beginning of the week, I explained to you guys the market will potentially go and test these areas. And the last time around, we were on the 4-hour. The argument was keep trading bearish, and then obviously around yesterday we had a really good rally up to where we are now, back at 100k. And if I were to scale the time frame back up to the daily time frame, just want to point out the significance of this. So you can see that although momentum on the higher time frame is still lacking, we don't have that. We are still overlapping and we're still closing every day stronger, which brings us back to that golden rule for bull market. Buy the highs. Don't buy the bottoms, buy the highs every time there's a high buy, because you're only going to be wrong once. Don't believe me? Look at the previous bull cycle. You'll always see that that is the case. Buy the highs, buy the highs, buy the highs, buy the highs. You're only going to be wrong once. Okay, so that being said, more upside, I'm bullish. Trade long, okay? That is the idea for the day in general. And now let's identify a few good support and resistance levels, and then look at a few alts that I think might give us really good trades today. Okay, so 4-hour time frame, let's switch off the Buddy indicator real quick. Let's take away all the previous lines and ideas that we shared in the beginning of the week, and then let's reestablish what is important to keep in mind. Now, we had our divergence, and as long as the divergence is locked in, so nothing has really changed around that. This area here at around 98 is still support. That is the larger time frame. Don't lose this level, because shit can get bad area for us. And you can see we stayed above it. We had this massive liquidation, which just begs always that there has to be money. Let's just get that into a different color. There has to be money that needs to get checked there. So that is the reason the market overlapped. And as I always say with these kind of wicks, if I do this, I just put a normal fib on that, 50% of that wick, boom, that's your entry. So simple as that. So now that we have now recaptured the loss of liquidity, or the frustration, or just the shakeout that the market created for us in that area, we're back above the important pivot. Okay, so if there was no liquidation, basically what this is telling us, price would not have gone below 98,000. It would have turned it into support, and we're back to the races. So for the rest of the week, for the rest of the month, potentially, look to the moon. Simple as that. Now, if the market decides to screw with us yet again, guys, remember there is no guarantees in this game. The level that the market will kind of test your resolve would be 98,000. So any pullbacks that you might see today, and I'm hoping that there will be, any pullbacks into this area should be considered as an extremely hard buy for more upside. It's as simple as that, guys. As long as the momentum is there, buy the bloody dip. Just know which level to look at. Now, if I scale this into smaller time frames, and I haven't even looked at the RSI yet, but if I now take this big pump and I dissect that a little bit further, so I'm going to go to the 15-minute time frame with you guys. Let's just dissect important levels to keep in mind. Okay, so if I do this now, important higher time frame level, and then there's a massive demand zone. So you can see as price created or broke through that resistance, psychological resistance, it created an extremely strong demand zone. Now, what is the difference between a strong demand zone and a weak demand zone? Well, there's a weak demand zone below that one. Let me just explain. Not all demand zones are created equal. Okay, so when you have a demand zone, price is hovering around the area, big move out of that range. The size of the pump determines whether it's a strong or a weak one. So this one, you created your demand, okay, and you had an insane push through. So that's a strong demand zone. Now, what will the market do if there's a strong demand zone there? It can do one or two things. It can go and test it, mean go all the way back in that area, or it can create hidden bullish divergence, a continuation divergence. And we've got tips and tricks for that as well, which means you're going to put on your fib, slap on Strat 4, and this would be the most probable area where the market would want to bounce, or the first area where the market would want to bounce for continuation. And if you look at this, you can see that what are we doing? We're sweeping this low. We're just basically making everybody that's buying now uncomfortable, and then we run. Ethereum did the same thing yesterday. This would also be almost a version of that, pushing up, dip, going into the, just dip and then run again. Okay, so it's simple as that. So that would be the area that I would suggest. Think about 99, 600 thereabout. If the market fall, if you get so lucky to get that, I mean, this thing can just run from where it's at now. That would be a really good area, because then I can clearly define where I need to draw the line on risk, meaning fall below this demand zone. There's a lot of support for price there. Go through that. Then this was just a quick pump, and then the market will probably dump. It's simple as that. So there's a nice solid red line. Go below that, will probably go lower. Then then it changes the whole outlook. Okay, so if you guys are on page, you kind of have an idea what's happening now, what you need to do. Give me a hi in the chat or something. Let's quickly go to this. Morning, Katrina, Bronwyn, Olga, Renee. Thanks for taking the time as well. I see that the ladies are in numbers here today. Diane, only one guy. Two, Dave. So the ladies are serious about making money. Good on you, girls. Okay, so with this being said, that's the idea that you need to kind of follow. Now you can simplify things, and if we look at this and say, okay, right, what does the Buddy Indicator tell us? Okay, so Buddy Indicator, let's go and just look at highs and continuations. So we're looking at a Strat 4 strategy, okay? So you switch on the Strat 4, it's going to take away all the other strategies. So it's just going to give you a little bit of a cleaner screen. I see Mr. Jon Snow is here. Okay, and you can see that it was expecting a retrace. So it gave you a hidden bearish divergence on the higher time frame. Remember, Bitcoin went to 107. So for that reason, there could still be price testing. So you're in a short at the moment using the Buddy, and it gave you hidden bullish divergence at 99.7. Now let's bring that 99.7 over and see, there's the buy zone there. That is 99.7. So it gave you that buy zone right there, and this hidden bullish divergence could potentially get tested. Okay, so it's already went to close to TP1, so be patient with that one. Okay, and that's it. And that's how simple things can be. And if you were to rewind a little bit yesterday, there it gave you also the buy at 98.7, went to TP1, 2, and 3, and it gave you a buy there that got tested, not taken out. Okay, and that went to TP1, 2, and 3. The Buddy Indicator is engineered to do the following things: take away the noise, take away the uncertainty that we tend to bring to trading because of our previous trade success. If you were nailing the longs in yesterday and you keep on bumping, you start getting confident, you take more trades. If you were taking a shot and the market was really cruel to you and your stops got hit a lot of times, you started to doubt whether what you're doing is the right thing. So use the indicator. It is very simple. It doesn't have an opinion or feelings. Okay, so because we're trending up, you're looking for SO4s, and potentially because we're trending up, you're looking for SO1s. Now, SO1s will also appear at the bottom of a correction. So if we were to go back down to 99.4 thereabout, Buddy will give you an SO1 also, saying that the bearish short-term trend that is taking you down to that level would potentially start giving you strong bullish divergence to just get in on that move. Okay, so there it gave you an SO1. The first one failed. There it gave you another SO1 this morning, and that one is almost at TP3. So just to give you an idea, that's what the function is of the SO1, to try and just get you in on that. Now, this works on all the alts as well, so we can take a little bit of time and look at that. Okay, let's see what else we have here. No banterism. They are making husband changing money. It seems like that, yeah. Or in most cases, get better kids changing money, or let's see what else we have. I want to quickly talk to you guys about this. Let's head over to the altcoins. Let's do this. Okay. This afternoon, there will be a YouTube, just for everybody's sake, and that is going to be where we're going to be talking about the long-term buys. As a little bit of a precursor, I am thinking about getting my hands on meme. There's a few coins that I have an idea on that I want to try and grab now for the next leg up. So make sure to tune in for this afternoon stream. But now, as this is a trading stream, let's quickly have a look at Ethereum as a trade as well. So I'm going to head over to the 4-hour time frame real quick. Just want to start on the broader time because we haven't been spending time together this week. So the buddy gave you an SO2 yesterday. So Ethereum at around 3,500 was as low as it went in that scenario. And at the moment, Ethereum is pushing up to about 4,200 for the first TP. So if you have any ETH, you want to keep being long ETH, that is the buddy's idea of the higher time frame where the swing levels are. Now, there's a few things that I can use to support this. Now, we've been building this AI. I can't really take much credit for this. There's a genius behind this for 3 years now. So Ethereum prediction model. And, we've been trading with that in the Discord. And I have to say, I'm just impressed with how this thing is working through the whole of today. Every time we were looking for a low, ETH started giving, the AI started giving us a prediction of where it's going to go. So this was at, 3,800 by 5 p.m. And then, let's scroll to a chart where we were at 5 p.m. There's 5 p.m. And there we're at 3,770, and we went to 3,800 at that. So it just tells you how accurate this is. So I like to use this as confluence. So we're in an environment where there's going to be a little bit of a dip before Ethereum. So consider 3,900 as a really good buy zone, with the argument that we probably want to push a little bit higher. Okay, so you've got the Buddy indicator. Now let's go and have a look at what Buddy indicator could potentially give us at 3,900. So we just had an S2, Buddy went to TP1. There's no entry there just yet, but we could potentially do the following. Get an SO4. So you want to hit that SO4 strategy. Why? Continuation. And once it gives you that SO4, those are the continuation trades. You're waiting for that one. You're off to the races. Okay. There it gave you an SO3 yesterday, just to quickly mark that out for you guys. And SO3 is typically your breakout strategy. Okay. So enter between the purple lines. So as the candle closed, it would have populated these lines and it would have given you the buy zone. So you would have had from 3,800 all the way there to enter into the trade. And then from that point on, move on TP1, TP2, and potentially go back down and then TP3 by the end of the day. So guys, in short, there's a lot of TA pointing all to upside. And as long as Bitcoin behaves itself and stays above that 99 level line, you need to trade in the long direction. Okay, now I want to do the following things. I've been always asking you guys, do me solid, send me a comment, let me know where you're at, and then I never respond. I've been a bit of an idiot, and I do apologize. So let's quickly go through the comments because there's a couple of good questions in there, and I feel like we need to address real quick. So here's one. I have 1/6 of my portfolio as cash. I wanted to dollar cost average or buy new coins, but due to indecision, I couldn't. Okay, I think there are a lot of people in the market like me. Any suggestions for guys like us? Should we start buying now or wait for a proper dip, like a 2-digit dip? Okay, so the thing with this is the fact that it's 1/6 of your portfolio should not bother you. Why? Because if we look at the market and you look for the 2-digit dip that you're always looking for, it means that This is a 2-digit dip. So all these are still 2-digit dips, but it doesn't necessarily mean a 2-digit dip is it's over. Okay, because in a lot of cases it's gonna, it could continue on trending downwards while everything is pumping. So you can't use that kind of mentality to say, well, I need to see a 2-digit dip and then just buy. Okay, because you're looking for trend. Okay, so the fact that you've got skin in the game, the other parts of your portfolio is good. So rather do the following: not look for 2-digit dip buys. Okay, use the simple strategy that I'm saying. When something is going sideways, like it is like this now. So let's use meme just as a quick example. Okay, it's going sideways. This is weekly time frame, guys. Okay, so for all intensive purposes, this is a boring coin. Okay, it's not making any money. That's where the sixth of your portfolio needs to go to, because here is where the risk is at its lowest. Why? Because clearly there is an accumulation of the coin happening. Okay, meaning there's buyers here. Doesn't look that way because what kind of buys is this? This is limit orders. Okay, now a limit order slows down the market. It doesn't speed up the market, doesn't excite the market, doesn't excite you as a trader as well, because nothing really happens. It's just money waiting to get filled. Okay, but limit orders are where whales start positioning themselves into protocols or coins or whatever, meme coins, whatever you want to do with this. Okay, so this is the good one. So now, if you want to get in on this, consider the following then. You're looking to get in, make money, get out, and diversify. So you buy meme today at 0.13, okay? It goes to 25, okay? You've got resistance there. So the market will inevitably sell off there. Even if it's just a small dip, there will be a bit of a reaction there. Why? Because this was support for price, and then the market decided, no, it's not, and it went cheaper still. So when it's there, people will say, well, whoa, maybe this is expensive again because this wasn't cheap the last time around, and then it will move down. So then you sell. And the argument is, if you buy now, by the time you get there, and this is the key to this thing, by the time you get there, you will be close to doubling your money. And then you can sell half and let the rest ride, because then it's free. That's all you want to look for. Look for these, look for entries where when we get to that resistance level, you would have doubled your money. And then you do that. You sell half, and then you've got the same money that you had to start off with, but a free coin that's going to potentially stall if the bull market persists. I mean, there's always something that can happen. Going to be free coins that you can have the time and the patience to wait for. Weekly time frames where it's giving you a top signal, which we don't have just yet. Okay, top signals like Cardano we had on the daily. So what did I say to you guys on Cardano on the daily? Sell. It's over. So if you listen, you sold, you could have bought the 38 too. And I will talk about that a little bit later on this afternoon stream. Let's go to a few more comments. I got in on a small centrifuge. This is from Katrina. She's actually live with us today. And like I said, this is an old comment, 13 days old, but my stop is at entry now. I would love to see a coin that I can trade with some leverage on Binance out of the choices of coins in the afternoon. Okay. Now, the thing with trading on leverage, Katrina, the important thing is, if you're looking to scalp, rather go to the big coin. Why? That's why I trade using Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I trade Legacy. I trade these 4 pairs, okay? Legacy. Why? Because if I trade, I want to get in with as little as possible slippage, okay? Because what are you doing when you're trading on leverage, okay? You say, and that's why I trade on Prime. I don't really trade on Binance for that reason. I'm looking for something that's got a really deep order book, so that I can get in and get out without moving the price slightly. So I used to trade on Binance a lot, leverage. And typically I will take a coin like Zilliqa. We had a lot of the coins in the previous bull market. And then I'll throw a $100,000 leverage position. So I'll take $10,000, 10x it. So that's 100K. But by the time that the stop gets hit, I would lose not 3%, I would lose 6%. Purely because there's not enough buy orders per every cent to fill that 100K. So you end up chasing the price, creating a little bit of a crazy wick. So those would be the things that I would just warn against. So if you want to trade Binance, you can go and check that. Go count the amount of coins available, whatever you want to trade on Binance in the order book that it gives you, and you can quickly do the math. This is extra loss that I'm going to occur. And then you're going to say to yourself, okay, if that is the case, rather go to a trade specific place. Because the biggest trick that the market does is it sells you the idea that you can become a crypto investor, buy and hodl the coins, but it gives you a trading platform to kind of trick you so you start meddling with your investments. So I invest there, I buy the spot, hold the stuff there, and I trade on the trading platform so I don't end up taking the moods and whatever I'm doing here and kind of applying it to my investments. So I compartmentalize, and I feel that that works better for me. Okay. So yeah, as for can you give me coins, I would rather say use the ones that I do trade on and trade on the platforms that I do, because then it separates trading from investing. Okay. Then there's another thing that I just quickly want to talk. So I couldn't get a stream out to you guys. So yesterday I said, listen, Darth Maul's behind us. The market's going to rally. So this was Bitcoin, and we can quickly have a look at this. This was Bitcoin at 97. It's over now. Next trend will continue. And yes, today we're sitting in 100K. Irrespective now if you agree or disagree. If you want more comments like this on YouTube, let me know. And then I can see if I can start doing something like that, more public content related stuff, charts and stuff. I will see if I can oblige that. Okay, so that's everything regarding the comments, the important ones. The rest I did answer you guys on the video content. So if you've got any other questions or stuff, trading stuff you want to just chat with, just drop me a comment and then I will chat with you. Okay, the big thing now is head over to the Discord. You can get the Buddy Indicator by using the Prime. Open your Prime account, just deposit your trading capital. You can trade with me. It's as simple as that. And all you need to then do is just send me your TradingView username. You do not need to have a paid TradingView account. It's going to open a private channel between you and me. Nobody else can see. And then we can sort out all the admin so that you can get connected. Simple as that. Okay, there you have it. Let's see what else we have. I see, thanks. My position would be much smaller than 100,000 though. More like 1,000. Katrina, look. It's a tricky thing with positions. I forget it. I don't look at positions. I just say, how much is it going to cost me if I'm wrong? Irrespective of the position. There isn't something as a cheap coin or expensive coin. It's just, how much is it going to cost me if I'm wrong? And if it means that I can buy 10,000 Bitcoin and it's going to cost me $1 if I'm wrong, I'll take that trade. What's the chance that I'm going to hit that dollar? If it's 99%, I wouldn't take the trade. So, it's all about just how much it's going to cost you, irrespective of the size of the position. I don't care about position sizing. It's how much is it going to cost me, and that's it. Okay. That's everything, I think, guys. There's about 250 people joining in live on all the different channels I'm streaming out to. 19 likes. Oh, come on, man. Give me a solid. Do me a solid. Support the content. Throw some likes my way. Okay, so Bitcoin is breaking up, and if that is the case, what you need to do is just switch to the Buddy. Yet again, you can get it for free. Just support the content, and you can potentially hit on a 5-minute time frame and bring up all the other strategies. So let's bring everything up. Oops. And we can always look for a continuation or something like that strategy in there. So it had an SO2 on the 5-minute that just failed. So, you just had hidden bearish divergence, sold off. The argument is, so see if the resistance remains. It's reclaimed that. So it will potentially go a little bit higher, come back, and then it will give you another entry in there. So you can go. Okay. And on the back of that, it also gave you 2 entries now on $100,000. And both of them now is at TP1 on the way to TP2. So the Buddy is doing the job for you guys. It's taking away all the worry and the thinking. And you can apply this, like I said, to all your alts. So I've got a dashboard like this. All the coins that I want to trade, I just look at the Buddy. It's easy to just do this. Okay. Mart, thanks for the kind comments, my friend. For the rest of you guys, I'll be back in the afternoon. So then we're going to be looking at this. I would believe that the bubbles, everything would be nice and green and everybody would start feeling a little bit sigh of relief, establish a trend, and then we would look at where I can start moving in some more coins. Let's see, there's a few more comments coming in. Leverage trading is hard. It does make it a little bit easier, but I do lose as well, guys. I don't want Tian to oversell it. Yesterday was a great day, but the day before, oh, I sucked balls every time I touched the market. It took my money. Today was not a thriving day. It gave a lot back. So it is hard, guys. It's not as simple as this. Then I'll miss a buddy signal, and that's the one that goes to TP. Then I take the next one, and that's the one that fails. And it's like, oh, come on. Every time I pick a trade, it's wrong. So it's just one of those things. The market can be punishing, can be hard. Well, if you have got a community, it just keeps you level-headed. Sometimes we all need to vent a little bit, and you get it over and you move on, and then you have a day like yesterday where I started horribly and then I ended up doing no wrong, just making money all the way along. Okay, have a lovely day, guys. See you in the afternoon. Then we're going to be looking at these HODL portfolios, larger time frames. What are we going to do with these coins? And is this over? Because I feel like the market's going to just screw us over slightly still on these alts, and it's in that stage where we need to be grabbing some buys. So yeah, more on that in the afternoon stream. Cheers, guys.
I'll keep hustling.
Subscribe now.